Hi guys, so just a quick video on anchor text strategy. I'm asked about a number of different things all the time, and anchor text strategy seems to be one of those areas where people seem to have a lot of weird and wonderful different ways of how to do it. And I think that obviously boils down to anchor text strategy being a hell of a lot different in the good old days back when SEO was in its infancy, and basically you could use totally irrelevant links and use exact match anchor text to power up your pages. Obviously, as time goes by, Google don't allow the system to be manipulated quite as easily as that. And obviously, if every Tom, Dick and Harry is doing that, then Google have to find a way to, kind of flush out the garbage, so to speak. So within link building and everything else, there is this thing called anchor text strategy. And what is anchor text first and foremost? So for anyone who doesn't know, any kind of link that that links to you, for example, say you have a technical SEO guide and someone on another blog is writing an article about technical SEO and says you might want to look at this, and then technical SEO, and that would be the link, and then guide, they would be using technical SEO as the anchor text to link to you, and that would be what I would call an exact match anchor text. Now, there's different terms that people use, different types of anchor text that people use, such as branded anchor text, exact match anchor text, partial match, going after different variations of keywords, naked URLs, author anchor text, or generic anchor text. Now, what you want to do is understand that terminology and understand what it means. Now, partial match anchor text would be maybe going after a variation of different keywords, mixing it up all the time, going after a couple of long tail keywords. Generic anchor text could be something like read more, view this page, or something along those lines. Naked URL is just simply the URL placed within the body of the text. It's nothing to do with anything naked as such. Branded anchor text, so it could be the brand that you work for. So if it's Marks and Spencer's, you may have Marks and Spencer's as the brand. So what I would advise anyone at the moment is, one, understand what the terminology means, and then two, understand what Google are looking for. So I'm going to give you some tips in terms of anchor text that I would use, because Google has routinely over the years gone after SEOs who have been over-optimizing their anchor text to gain search engine rankings, and Google are obviously looking to kind of clean up the search engine, so to speak, and that's where people are now using partial, naked URLs and everything else. So here is 3 tips for improving your anchor text. Number 1, keep your anchor text unique. Try not use the same anchor text over and over and over again. There is enough keyword research and everything else out there for you to be able to use partial match, generic anchor text. You can use exact anchor text now and again, branded anchor text, or, as I say, just mix and match as you see fit. But the key here is try and keep them unique. Try not use the same one time and time again, because, as I say, you won't be influencing anything at all, if Google are giving you a slap. So make sure that that is the first one you want to do. Second tip would be keep your anchor text relevant. Again, this may seem silly, but so many people don't keep it relevant. They just add any old garbage there and don't really care. And they'll say, oh, well, it was mixed up. That's what that guy said. Also use your common sense and keep it relevant. And believe me, a lot of people are not keeping it relevant. So the worst thing you can do is, talk about an SEO consultant and he's doing technical SEO and site audits, and then link them to something that's just not relevant to that topic. You're just annoying people with that. Now, tip number 3 would be you can also review, test, and change your anchor text. Now, a lot of people think once your anchor text selected that you have to stick with it. That's not the case. You can review, test, and change all the time. Now, using an exact matched anchor may have some benefit for you, but what if using a longer tail keyword was going to push that longer tail keyword into a better position? You've got to try and test different things. Do not be scared to in 6 months' time, go in and review it and say, I'm going to change that, because why the hell not? Test, 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 change, change, change is what's going to teach you what is going to work for you best when it comes to anchor text. Now, a lot of SEOs out there are giving out, anchor text distribution guides and all that kind of stuff, and they're talking about special percentage-based variations of anchor text, different ratios, and how to get this exact thing going on, because that's what's going to, sort you out and all that kind of stuff. Now, that I would consider that to be fairly bad advice. Google are looking for a clean, natural-looking backlink profile, and even if a Google employee was to manually check that stuff, they wouldn't be able to tell, what was going on there. You want to, as I say, keep it natural. Do not go for any kind of crazy percentage or anything like that. That would be my advice. Now, you're also in a position as an SEO where you may inherit a website that has a whole bunch of stuff going on. Now, you can use tools such as Ahrefs or SEMrush and look at the existing anchor text that's on there, and you may want to go in there and have a look, and you may want to kind of slowly tweak some of that stuff as well. You may get better results by doing that. Sometimes you inherit a website and people have been slamming links only to the brand name, or being very, very spammy, but they've not yet had a penalty using exact match anchors. So you may use these tools to kind of loosen that off a little bit as well. Now, also, you can stay safe by using no-follow pillow links. Now, a lot of people ask the question first and foremost, does a no-follow link pass juice? That is unclear. Google have said that no-follow is a hint directive, which means that the tag can now potentially pass juice. Whether they do or not, no one knows the exact advice. But having a no-follow link and using pillow links is a good way to diversify your backlink profile, keep it looking natural. Not everyone has 100% do follow links. And you can also use pillow links to, use a lot of generic anchor text in there as well, just to diversify that backlink profile and make sure it is looking clean and natural. So pillow links is a good thing to be using. It makes total sense to build some pillow links. You can also stay safe with drip feeding your links as well. When people are building links, they seem to think you have to build 1,000 links overnight. That's not the case. Just make sure that you spread your backlinks out over a period of days, weeks, months, and everything else. People tend to have a budget and they will build their backlinks month on month, and again, just stick to the strategy of keeping an eye on it and mixing that stuff up. Now, one other thing people often ask is, do images have anchor text? The correct answer is no, they don't have. They're not anchor text, but they do kind of have. You can give an image a title. You can give it, You can give it alt text. And what that does count towards is your overall strategy. Google can read that stuff, and you can use the images to again diversify the anchors that are used. So I would always rely on images just to mix things up further and keep things looking a wee bit more natural. But anchor text are, to put it plainly, much easier to get wrong than they are to get right. Make sure you be safe, play the cautious game, try and future-proof your business, and don't go all out in spam. That's all I would say to anyone. Try and keep it clean, tidy, natural looking, and you shouldn't have too many problems.